November 3rd meeting of the West Bridgewater Board of Water Commissioners to order at 5 o'clock. You guys take a look at the minutes of the last meeting, which were very short because we didn't do much and then went to town meeting.
Motion to approve?
Second,
Aye.
all in favor?
Aye.
Warrants are signed. There are no abatements. Okay, new business, 62 Kenneth Street water bill.
All right. He is present today.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hi. Fine.
So the meter stopped calling in on 3/17. That was the last time we got a call in, 3/17/2025. The last call in reading was 239.041 cubic feet. We dropped a card, the resident responded, we went out and changed out the meter. When we got, that was 42 days after the last call in. The reading on the mechanical register was 291,686. That's 42 days after the last call in. The difference in the call in was 52,645 cubic feet or 393,000 gallons. The August bill is calculated off the mechanical register. An extremely high bill was sent out. The resident, of course, calls us requesting information on why it's so high. The text is sent out for a leak detection because, you know, at that point they don't know what's going on for a high bill. Not understanding, they change the meter out again. So now we have a new meter in. It's in from 4/28/2025 to 8/28/25 with a mechanical reading of 8,415. It agrees with the transmitter this time. Unfortunately, when the meter is downloaded, it did not contain a decimal point. So when we were talking with the resident, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, but I've heard it, Ed. I've heard it a billion times, Ed Hall. We sent him out a graph that showed him not having 8,000. We sent him out a graph showing 841,000. So understandably, he got a little confused. So the problem is this is an ME and it died. Those batteries right there at the bottom died, and with it all the data went. For some reason, the mechanical register and its last transmission don't align. There's no way that he used 303,000 gallons of water in that 48 days. So we can't tell what's going on. This is a CE style meter. This is the new meter that they put out. It only holds 90 days worth of data. So each day it advances, it erases behind itself. So by the time I realized that was happening and paused it, we had lost some data on that one, but that's not where the problem came in. It's that 300,000. So in order to calculate their August bill, we needed a reading. So that's where page 2 comes in. And this is how I calculated their August bill, because I have no data now. I just can't believe where the house is situated that they could dump 303,000 plus gallons of water on the ground and somebody wouldn't have seen it. I can't tell when it went awry because the meter's dead. So this is where you have to come in because I can't abate or fix a bill. In order to calculate their bill, I went back through, and you see in the corresponding pages, their entire usage from 2015 all the way up to when the meter was pulled. I took every August, added them together, and averaged it out. And that comes to the total August bill of $550.60.
Okay.
So then we also need a November bill because we've lost some of that. Part of the data was being erased behind itself before we realized what was occurring, and the meter wasn't in the system long enough to give us good readings, so we lost data there too. So we took the first known reading on June 26th that I can see in the spreadsheets, and then the last reading, and then the reading from the next meter that was installed to calculate out his August bill. Let's see. August, I didn't change that. It's not August, it's November. Yep.
Down at the bottom.
Yeah.
No, okay.
So the November bill would be $687.14.
but that's a combination of the August and the.
Right, that's part of the CE meter, which I can see the data, hadn't been erased yet. I could heat my house on the smell of the smoke coming up from them things.
Imagine me that doesn't know how this works.
There's summary sheet on this.
This would be nice to have ahead of time.
I know, it's a big thing, and Mr. Holland has been very pleasant throughout the whole thing.
Thank you for that.
Well, no, I appreciate, I mean, I just sat there and said, you know, I don't understand the whole process necessarily, but I'm going, if you can only get X number of, you know, like, we have a pool, but I had to fill it, I had to drain it because we had to
Surface it or seal it.
surface it this year. But I didn't fill it, and I'm sitting there going, I talked to Kerry at your oven, and all the people that I've dealt with, Wayne, Kerry, everybody, the guys that come out have been fantastic. So I said, we got the water brought in from Indian Head, and if you
Yeah.
need it, I've got invoices and everything. And I said, wait a minute, I said, that's 9,000 gallons that it takes them a half hour
Yeah.
to fill with basically a fire hose.
Right.
And you're telling me I used 40,000 gallons in an hour with a garden hose. I basically could have filled my pool 5 times, and it's just physically impossible.
How long you lived there?
We built a house in 1983.
Yeah,
And then your numbers were all beautiful in 83, 85.
Well, we've never had anything crazy.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, no.
So when did it start going nuts?
This bill.
it didn't until the
Pretty
end.
much,
It's
yeah.
the August bill,
Could-
yeah.
It was right at the end. You can see, I have a graph, there's a chart in here
Yeah.
that shows the total usage through all the billing cycles.
So let's just check.
You,
Come to
Kerry
the
sent me, oh, you do have it, okay. I
Yeah.
got a copy of that too, yeah.
But I took it and put it in a spreadsheet, and every bill that they've ever received, that's their usage right there. Never anything in the,
Yeah,
You know,
but
Could that register have been damaged when they
you
were?
got 15
That
in there.
made
What
that
was
jump.
that bill? $1,200
you mean,
in the year 15?
Yeah, 20 years ago.
2015.
Yeah.
So you have to go back. It is there in the corresponding sheets behind it. If you're gonna make me get my glasses to read it.
Well, the guy's trying to get his bill straight, so you probably should get him.
Well, 10 years ago, he went
We're
from,
not arguing about 2015.
I'm,
Everything went correctly right up until the end.
And you did contact Badger. about
Yes,
this,
I've reached out to our meter supplier in Badger. I'm gonna take and cut this open with a Dremel drill and carefully extract to the point where I can pull those batteries. And then I'm gonna pull the batteries out of a working meter, but I've been told that's not gonna work.
so it looks
I'm gonna
like,
do it
You
anyways.
think you might be able to get the actual data?
Yeah, that would just be after the fact, because I wanna see where it went wrong. For
Yeah.
some reason, at the end, the transmitter and the mechanical register didn't align. And to date, I've been here 20 years, I've never seen that happen.
well, looks like from April of 23, from January of 23, it looks like the average prior to those past 10 years were like maybe, I
Yeah,
don't know,
nothing.
1,500
Right.
a quarter, whatever it is. And from then on, it went to 5, so something happened from January of 23 till now. So why don't we just average those up and then just,
Well, that's what I did. I took the average of all of his
Yeah.
August right through, so that's how I generated
Okay.
that bill.
so I'm a CEO.
So on the last page of the first sheet, you'll see the two bills. So one is actually, the top one is the August bill, and then the bottom one would be the November bill. We pulled his November bill, so he's not gonna get one in the mail.
Okay.
Because we couldn't calculate it, because we didn't know where we stood.
So he owes in excess of, the August bill will be $597, and then he owes, well, at least this is what, according to this information that we have.
The August bill is $550.
550, go up. That's
Yeah.
the one down below is November.
It should be November.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It just says, I didn't,
He said it
yeah,
was, yeah.
So he's got a bill for 550.60 for August based on the average of the bills.
average of every August he's ever had.
Because we don't have any way to.
Right, I don't
Alright.
have any data.
So 560, and then the November bill is, so this is November down here then instead of,
At the bottom, yes. I know it says
$1,100?
August.
what do you come to?
What's that?
So $1,100?
That's
Oh,
roughly.
that's it was down.
Yeah, that's 2 bill cycles.
No, I think that's reasonable. I mean, I just looked at it and said, I said, I mean, you know, everyone's very nice and they're like, well, you must have a leak. I said, if I have a leak, I should
Yeah,
have
big
a leak
leak.
in my
Yeah.
yard. I mean,
Yeah,
Right.
your septic system would be in failure.
because certain nights, there were like 3 consecutive hours of using supposedly, 45,000 gallons of water.
Yeah, that was when I didn't put
Yeah.
the decimal point in. We didn't send you the next graph
Yeah.
which shows it correct.
Okay,
Because I figured there's no more sense in sending you more paperwork.
yeah, no, I mean, I think that's reason, I mean, there's no way for any of us to
Is
tell.
your bill normally $1,200?
No, that
Well,
was
it's not. That's 2 billing
That's two billing
cycles.
cycles.
If you look at this right here, see this
That's
graph?
true.
This is what he usually uses.
And that's what you always 2 billing cycles, so you owe like. say,
Yes,
$1,100.
well, I was told not to pay the August one
Yeah,
until this got
Until we
straightened
figure
out.
it out.
I mean, I'll pay the August one tonight, I'll go online and take care of that.
Go back and-
I told Carrie, I said, I would just hope that I'm not getting late charges and everything else. And she said
You are
everything
not.
was,
You are
yes,
not.
and she said everything was cleared off as
Yeah.
far as that went. I mean, it might be a little high, it might be a little low, I mean, but none of us can really tell, so I
Right.
mean, I don't think it's unreasonable what you're asking for, because we do, I'm not trying to pull any BS or anything, I mean, we have flowers and stuff in the yard, and
Sure.
before, we used to have the on-off days. I mean, years ago, we used to water all the time when
Right.
you
But he
could.
doesn't have an irrigation system.
Okay.
And we have no irrigation, we have no, what was that thing you called it?
Sprinkler.
No, the thing to boost it.
Oh, a booster pump.
A booster pump,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd never heard of that, so.
Yeah, if you had an irrigation system, you might. That's only when they want to
Yeah.
have more zone heads than they
Yeah.
should have.
So, yeah, I mean, we've,
John.
What?
We got the new meter module.
Yeah,
First known reading is June 26th. That wouldn't have been on the August bill?
it didn't, so we're also having some issues with the metering system.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I don't have a reading, it's first readings. And remember, it's a racing behind itself. It only holds 90 days.
Yeah, but you
So-
you have one on June 26th.
Yep, that's the
That,
first
that says
known.
how many cubic feet he had used up to
Right.
that point. End of August, it's 84,15,54. So,
Yeah.
so from June 26th, August 28th, he used the difference,
Right,
right? The June 26th, at least part of that difference would already have been in on the August bill. Should have been on the August,
should have been on the August bill.
right?
Yes, I didn't
June,
include
the end of
what,
June, so if we figured out an average bill for August, if we go with August based on that number,
yep.
when we come in here, we shouldn't be using the 84,15.
So the readings would go, so for the November bill, the readings would be June 15th to October 15th. That's when we would
Oh, it
capture
starts
those.
June 5th, okay.
Yes, we
All right.
we need
All
15
right,
days
so
to
that's never mind.
calculate, to form the bills.
Never mind,
That's why
that's
there's
right.
it occurs beforehand. It takes us 15 days. And some days it's right up to the 15th.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So he's already got the 550, 60. He's not gonna get a ridiculous one for November.
No,
I guess we have to think about January, maybe, is that?
No, everything will work for the January, right?
Yeah.
we'll be watching the January one because when you change multiple meters, the metering system, we know it occurs, but the metering system does not. So it reaches back for its previous reading. It doesn't know that it got a new meter. It just knows that it's gonna reach back. So we just have to be careful when we change meters.
Be real careful with this one.
I'm watching it anyway.
Okay.
So what are you gonna do, just take the average of the last couple of quarters and then?
Well, that's the
no,
two bills right here.
Yeah, the August one was the average.
Yep.
This one will go off the metered
Right.
flows as figured out.
15, 16, 17, 18. What are those numbers? Are they all in line?
Mm-hmm.
What are these?
He had his meter change, oh, what is the amount from 2015?
I'm just saying. And then you'll know when the problem started.
When the meters
No,
were
the
changed
problem
out.
just started
Just
out.
started.
This-
When the
This
meters
isn't
were
an
changed
ongoing
out.
problem, it just happened this
Correct.
past summer.
Right. Wouldn't, if he says, no, my bill's normally $1,000. Wouldn't you just see it, $1,000?
We do. It's in here, the average type of thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they bounce around. We have,
But you change the meter when?
We don't change it until,
the
so-
meter stopped working in March.
and that's,
Okay.
we went right
That's,
at,
and
Not
that's
that
when
it
it
stopped
started.
working, it stopped calling in,
Calling
so
in, yeah.
that's why they went, because the meter was always working. It's the way it was communicated.
But then the register,
the register
in
didn't
a month, the
align.
register wasn't right, so something went.
Well, the register was right somewhere in the transmission, it didn't,
Yeah.
it went
Does it
wrong.
get surges if the power goes out?
No, it's not connected, it's, that's these two batteries right in the very, I know you can't see them, but right at the top of that gel pack is two batteries.
Those are supposed to be 10-year not that it matters, those are 10-year batteries with the equipment, is that?
Well, they're supposed to be
10,
15 to
15
20,
now?
but
They
we're
really are.
finding that they're only making it to 15.
Not even on some of them.
I'm sure Badger will give us money back for the ones that don't, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Holland would like things
Yeah.
to do today, so I think we should just come up with that.
Well, I will, if you are, I have no issue with the way that's calculated, so that we can get it back on.
Okay.
Mr. Holland's
Mr. Holland
already
feels
said he
comfortable with it.
doesn't.
Yeah, no, that's the reason, I mean, obviously in the summer, you know, you use more, we do have a pool, so you do, you know, fill it, top it off and stuff like that, and we use more, we're outside and everything, so I'm fine with that if you guys are.
So what, is it 1,100 that the number is?
Well, no,
Well, it's two separate
August is already set, you said, right? You've already set.
Well, no, you're voting
All right.
on the August, November bill.
First, I'll take a motion on the August bill to, August bill of $550.60 as calculated by Wayne from the prior usage.
So moved.
We have a second?
Say.
Or else, if you don't, all in favor?
Aye.
Second one.
November.
A motion for the November bill of $687.14 based on the calculated bills from the new meter module. And the,
I don't know, I'm kinda getting the impression that maybe I shouldn't be, I'm not sure.
No, it's just,
well, it's just,
it seems to be the average that we're going by, so it's not like it's,
well, but the other
Well,
ones, we
I mean,
have data for the November one, we're missing a little bit. What, from what?
Right, from the,
I mean,
in the
June
November one,
June
we're missing some
26th.
data.
We're missing a week.
Well, I mean, I'd like it to be $100, but you know,
Well,
I
it's
mean,
not
I'm not
gonna
gonna, I'm trying to be reasonable as well.
Well, we can tell through the
I know
years,
this is-
when they were younger, they used a little more water.
Going back to, now that you say that, I mean, the more that we're talking here and stuff.
well, look, let's just do this. So it's 561 for August. Let's just make it another 561 for,
No, well, it's 550.60 for August.
yeah.
We've got meter, that's mostly meter readings for the November bill.
Yes,
So that's not like,
that's
August,
not estimated,
August is one that's an estimate.
right.
The only reason we're doing the one for November is when Wayne downloaded, he forgot to, or that it didn't get
Oh,
the
no,
decimal
the
point.
Decimal point.
So he has to correct it based on the decimal points. We're not disputing what the meter reading is.
It's not
for
average
November.
there, it's not anything, and the
That's
two
just-
aligned.
And how much
That's
is that?
That's
That is what it's calculated.
That's the 687.14, which actually doesn't include about 8 days, 10 days of
Right,
June.
which,
So it's actually a little, but we have no way to know what that should be.
right.
Rather than forward it, I just assume we get this out.
I mean, now that you're saying, actually, when did we go to the point where we started doing the odd and even days? I know we've lived in town forever and you could water 7 days a week,
It's
so,
been in like the last 3 years.
okay. Then maybe, I don't know if we should maybe look at the last 3 years and get an average. Going back to 15, we would have watered a lot more.
We're not going back to 15, the
I
bill
bet,
shows
I bet
15.
the average went
No,
from.
now he's going back on August. We already voted on the August bill. If you want to dispute the August bill, we'll bring it up again. You just don't pay it and dispute it, and we'll have to go back over it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, that's,
So what we're looking at right now is the
right now, we're looking at the November.
November,
Okay.
which is an actual reading.
So we have actual readings. It's a little lower than it probably should be, because it's not catching the whole month, the
Right.
whole end of the month.
So you're getting a couple of days.
Okay,
So
So that's 689.
that's 687.14
687.14.
total.
So together you're looking at what, 12 something, 12 and some change? 1140, 1240 maybe?
So would you like to make that motion?
I'm gonna make the motion. Do you feel comfortable with that, Mr. Holland?
I mean, as we talk about it, I am thinking it is a little high now, but, you know, I don't have the numbers to back that up, whether it's, you know, what we've had the last 3 years on an average for, say, the November bill versus when we started, because.
Look, I'm gonna just, so we're at 561 because we already voted. I'm gonna amend yours, just make it 500 and we'll just clear it from scratch there.
We already,
We voted for
We already
August at
voted on it.
561. Instead of the 680, I'm gonna just make it 500 for that and bring them up to date and then we go from there. Instead of this is, that's my motion. So I'm either sitting here
it's
or,
not an amendment to a motion, that is a motion.
that is my motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No. But
Okay,
but it passes.
It passes.
okay, all right, thanks. So now I'm more confused than I was before. So it's 500 for,
August, which so
August.
the bill they gave you,
okay,
He doesn't have yet. Just wait for us to issue you a
and
bill.
you're gonna send me a
We'll
bill
send you a bill.
for the next one,
We'll send you a bill for August, because you don't have one yet.
right?
and then you'll get a bill for
And then you'll get the November bill.
Okay.
So leave a check for 10 grand.
All right.
So you make a motion for the November bill
I make the motion for the November bill
for, I want to make you read the number,
of the $500.
the November. The new
August
one,
was 550.
the meter reading.
Wait a minute
I'd
now.
like to borrow my glasses.
Hold on a minute. So where are we at right now? So
We've done,
I have a
Stop.
motion for
We're
the
done with
August.
August. I'm confused.
August is 500, so the November, all right.
$500 one passed with these two voting for and me voting against.
Is that
To
August
make,
and November?
to make August at $500.
All right, August is at 561. It's 500 from
You said
560.
500,
I can't, we,
Stop going backwards. It's been voted at this point, the August bill is $500.
500.
Okay. all right.
Flat, that's it,
Okay.
$500. November, we
With
have
the-
metered readings,
Needed
but we
readings.
need to vote on it because the original bill came out wrong because the decimal
decimal
point
point.
didn't transfer with the meter.
Okay, I got it now.
So the motion for the November bill,
Is that number right there?
say it.
687.14.
What's that?
You have kids at home?
I have a daughter and a granddaughter.
Yeah.
So that's 687.14.
687.14.
Is the motion for now for, so we'll be,
Two-thirds.
November.
for the November, so he will be
November
current.
bill.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
you,
So-
conscious of?
So the motion's been made. Can we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, so.
You got that now?
So you'll be getting the bill for $500 for this
Yep.
first one and then the bill for the next one's gonna be $687.14.
Okay,
That's metered use.
that's the meter, okay. All right, and hopefully the meters at this point are,
If not, we'll see you again.
yes. Well, now
Hopefully
I
not.
know.
But you're welcome to attend any meeting.
Okay, no, thank you, like I said, you guys, your department's been very helpful, I've already had 2 heart attacks, I didn't need
Oh,
to.
jeez.
I didn't need another one when I called in to pay the bill and I went, $3,800, what the? And
Yeah,
then they
no.
started doing the numbers, and when I was talking to Wayne too, I'm like, I'm looking on the internet, and it says you can get 6 to 12, is that accurate? gallons a minute or whatever, and I'm like, how can that come in and 42,000 go out? It just didn't make any sense, but okay. All right,
Good.
okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Nice to see you.
Have a good
Take
night.
care.
Thank you.
Make sure you have your nitro pill.
Have an extra? All right. Moving right along, unless someone wants to
I'm
beat
good,
this
Mr.
horse a little
Chairman.
further
No,
into the
Mr.
ground.
Chairman, I'm done.
Katie,
Yeah.
update on the project?
James couldn't make it today, so I'm Katie Slug with Tatum and Howard. I'll be providing an update on the Sear Norman construction that's just started. And then we also have Victor Tomkovich with Tatum and Howard, and he can provide an update on the Manley Street construction. So James was last year at your first October meeting. Since then, construction at Sear Norman has started. It has mostly been submittals. The contractor Waterline has been very on top of the submittal process. They've submitted approximately 80 submittals so far. 40 of those are with our sub-consultants for review. So they have to do with structural, electrical, plumbing, and those things. And then we're working on the other ones. Waterline's been really good at prioritizing which submittals will hold up the schedule versus which are needed further down the line. As far as construction progress, they've started clearing. I don't know if anyone's been able to see the site back there, but they're clearing.
They cleared.
Yeah. And then they've delivered the trailers and some equipment to the site. Erosion control will be going in this week. We have a inspection with Tim Hay from the Conservation Commission on Thursday for the erosion control. And then after that, they're gonna start excavating. That'll be next week. They'll start excavating for the foundation slab. They do have to haul out the bad fill from that area, so that'll take most of that week. And then they'll continue excavating for the foundation slab, and that should get us to Thanksgiving.
What's the bad fill? It's all sand and gravel over there, isn't
The borings found
No.
that it wasn't structurally
Oh.
sound, so I believe it's
Was
about
there
8 feet.
some peat in there or something it was?
So about 8 feet of material, which they had to, for the basement, most of it's being removed anyways.
Right.
So they have to go down 17 feet, so they'll be hauling all of that material out in the next couple of weeks. And then we also, last week, or the week before, went and got the Board of Health approval for the tight tank. So that is all set now.
Are the trailers ready yet, or are they still waiting to be hooked up?
They're still waiting to be hooked up. That should be happening in the next couple weeks. On top of that, we just got payout number 2 signed last week, so Art and Wayne, you guys will be seeing that hopefully tomorrow for your signature.
That's the one we just had the pencil right on.
Yep, that one is for $145,843.35. And then we have gotten one proposed change order to do with the SCADA system. Your current SCADA software is compatible with Windows 10, which they no longer support. So the SCADA system at Sear will have to be compatible with Windows 11. And so then we have to figure out how to make that work with your existing infrastructure. So they sent over a proposed change order. We're asking for more information. It was just line items. We want a narrative on exactly where those different items would be installed and how they would be used, how they compare to your current system. And we're also asking EII for a second opinion, just to make sure we understand exactly what you need versus what they may just be recommending.
Yeah, I don't wanna come in and see the same Flintstone thing that I'm seeing out there now. Like, Ben has already upgraded the other end significantly. If we're doing something new, I want everything to work.
Right. Yeah. So we're gonna get more information. before
Maybe
we-
screenshots of what he's proposing.
Yeah,
with
and
the-
there was just a line item for the number of hours that it would take. We wanna know exactly what that includes, like how, is that all the screens, like what programming that includes, so. We're getting more information before we officially present that PCO. But that is all I have on the Sear Norman construction. If you guys have any questions.
They don't have the time, an actual timeline for getting the trailers. They're gonna be doing excavation and starting that work before they have the trailers set up. Is that where it's sounding like, or are they?
They were
gonna have-
supposed to have the trailer hooked up last week.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on an update. I'll
Probably not even get the power in there.
Hmm?
Probably don't even get the power in there for the trailers.
You don't have a power, is it just?
It takes forever.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna tap,
No,
They're using the power that already goes down to the site.
Yeah.
right, they'll tap station one.
So
The trailers will be tapped off of the
Is it
station.
needed? Yeah,
You get a credit.
Get a credit.
Credit on the electricity used.
I'm not tired of hearing to leave early or anything.
I'm fine, Mr. Chairman. Okay, thank you.
When is that our next meeting with them? You know, off top, what date?
The week before Thanksgiving, that Tuesday. So the 16th? I think.
good guess.
Yeah.
We'll go with it.
Tuesday before Thanksgiving, whatever the date is,
18th.
18th.
Really, huh?
No. Today's the third. Oh, that's right, the fourth.
Yeah, you don't have
I'm sorry.
No, it's,
Yeah, today's the third, tomorrow's the fourth.
18?
oh,
No, the week before.
Tuesday before
Oh,
Thanksgiving. is
okay.
the 18th.
Sorry.
Not a problem.
We haven't had a meeting in a few weeks, so it's a little rusty.
We had a meeting 2 weeks ago. Just a short one. All right. Moving right along, Manley Street.
Yes,
Here we
Manley
go.
Street, thanks for having me today.
Thanks for coming in.
And what's your name?
Victor?
Victor.
Yep.
Okay, Victor, thank you.
Okay, so last board meeting was, that James was here, was on the 6th of October. I'm just gonna review the work that's been done since that time to now. So Visco's been a little busy with some wiring of the VFDs and starting up the 2 production wells at the pump station, and there's been training done by Premier Pump as well for the VFDs. Moving on to October 13th, the PFAS process piping and valves were installed in the new building. They were waiting for a fitting, so then they had to kind of push the rest of that to October 20th. And they also, for the week of October 20th, they removed the anthracite from the green sand vessels as well, placed it in super sacks. And then they pressure tested the PFAS pipe in the vessels at 125 PSI. They finished up the anthracite removal, and they chlorinated the PFAS vessels at 25 ppm. They left those over the weekend, and then they checked the chlorine levels, and they were still at 25 ppm. EII was also out there working on the chemical feed control panel and the transfer pump. That was the week of October 27th. Hungerford and Terry came out to oversee the loading of the green sand media and the backwash and conditioning, the subsequent draining of the vessels, and then eventually filling up the anthracite in the vessels, and then they soaked them overnight too. And then they pretty much finished up their work. Right now, Phillips, or the end of last week and into this week, Phillips was there wiring various sensors. And what else we see here? And then pretty much finishing up their wiring within the existing treatment plant. And then the HVAC's been, I think a couple weeks ago, the HVAC was is installed in the wiring and the functionality of the HVAC is complete in the new building. And I think that's pretty much it for the update of what's happened in the last 4 weeks. Today, Phillips was installing more wire and conduit to the chemical feed pumps. And looking ahead, this week, EII and Phillips will be coordinating to finish up the chemical feed upgrades in the existing plant. And the following week, the week of the 10th, the PFAS unit will be conditioned and started up. Not officially starting up to go into the treatment, to the distribution system, but just startup from Adedge's perspective. Adedge will also be there on site to help with the startup. And then the kind of the big critical path item per se is the bag filter installation. So I'm communicating with Bisco to get me a firm date of when that bag filter will be installed, so then we can plan on starting up the plant for real, to go into distribution system, to have Mass DEP do their inspection, because we understand we don't want water passing through the existing green sand vessels and potentially having an issue with the PFAS vessels. So he said it's about a 4-week lead time for the piping, and the piping has not been released yet. So I would say the earliest that we can have the, say if they send the shop drawing tomorrow, we probably could review it pretty quickly.
Oh, so it hasn't been released because you don't have the shop drawing.
Because we don't have the shop drawing exactly. So we're still waiting. So I think once we get the shop drawing, it could be within a couple of days that we could run through. And given there's no problems with their measurements and what they're proposing, it would be 4 weeks from then. So Tom said he's calling them and asking them, but I guess EJP is really booked up right now for some reason. So I'm going to keep pushing them to get us that release, because that's kind of the main thing we're waiting for at this point for them. So between
Do they have the bag filter?
the bag filter they ordered, we released the bag filter, so we'll have a lone bag filter, if you will. We have the valves, we just have to move them, and then they have to be programmed. So that will take likely a week time to do all that.
But the bag filter's ordered, but do they have a delivery date for it?
I thought we were supposed to get that, right, last meeting?
I'm not sure, I could reach out to him and see if it's been delivered. At this point, it wasn't, we still need the piping to get the water to the back filter, but I could ask him where that's at right now.
Well, it had a 4-week lead time, so it did get ordered. It should be in probably, if it's not in already, within the next week.
Yeah, I don't think they're ones to notify me when they get stuff, but I can
Right.
ask them. And I haven't seen it at the plant, so maybe it's at their shop or something. So,
But we're not we wouldn't be waiting for that still with the piping.
No,
That should already be, it should be in,
that should be
or imminently.
correct.
Yeah, you're right, that was mentioned as something that should have been coming in.
Are we behind schedule?
We have, I did discuss this with Barry today, that the,
When was they supposed to be done?
The completion date, Mark, is the 1st of October, so we have to build in an extension to the project to comply with the contract, right? If they're past the final due date of the contract, that is true.
But we added in the bag filter, so that's a change order we asked for.
But we gave that change order
We gave the
a
change.
while ago, right?
Well, it hasn't officially made its way all the way through yet. You haven't signed on it yet either, because we went to time and material to contain the cost.
But after what we found in that the vessel we're using for the PFAS, we don't wanna run that thing
Right.
and go into the
So-
PFAS vessel without that bag filter.
We did a pilot
It wasn't in
test.
the design.
But
Back in
the bag filter, we gave them the okay, we were just checking out there.
We gave them the okay, the problem is we couldn't get a good price out of one of the vendors that's part of the contract. So that's why we had to ask them we went time and material on that. So that kind of hung up the bag filter release, or that change order.
So when are they gonna be done?
Say if they provide the shop drawing for the piping, let's say tomorrow, and if they're correct in the 4-week lead time, they'd be done with the bag filter within, that bag filter installation within 4 to 5 weeks from, let's say, tomorrow. And then so that would be
December.
Mid-December, correct. And then we have to do a Mass DEP inspection which requires sampling, and the sampling turnaround time, unless it's rushed, I don't know, PFAS takes a little bit longer. So that might be another week or so, but.
Christmas.
Next year, you know.
It could be next year, right?
I'm thinking the middle of January.
Depending,
Jeez.
Yeah.
by the time we make sure everything works.
The samples have sometimes almost a 4-week turnaround time. And you can't run without them.
No, we can test and make sure.
We can run.
We can make sure everything's running.
Right, we can run to waste,
Yeah.
but we can't run to the street. And it's a new operation for us, so we're using chlorine as an oxidizer instead of permanganate and Miox. So to us, it's a new process, so it'll take a few days to fine tune in. You can't hit, the PFAS media can't see above like a 1.2, is it, or 1.3 for a chlorine residual?
Approximately.
But required for a 4-log to carry, I think it's a 0.6 or through. So it's a fine line. You have to be fine tuned so that you don't melt the media on the other end.
I just wanna know when the bleeding's gonna stop. That's all. Simple question.
It should probably stop mid-January for sure, because by then we're just waiting on test results to turn it on and go.
And there's nothing else, no other pieces of equipment outstanding, and everything that's been being checked is tested as it's been coming in this work.
Yeah, I think some of the chemical equipment has to be,
The Miox
Programming.
pumps probably didn't have a analog signal to them for.
Is everything
location.
ordered?
I think the only thing that I have outstanding is the grading for there's a pit in the new building. So they're gonna have the grading company come and establish that, but I don't think that would hold up any type of startup or inspection. That's kind of an ancillary item. The other thing that we have to order is the chemical guards on the corporations. So they provide a shop drawing and we're in the process of reviewing that. Where the chemical injectors go in.
There still should be no problem having that in before the other stuff. None of those things are gonna be a holdup.
No,
They'll be within.
So it's just a protective guard, just to prevent. any
It's usually a
smash.
plexiglass shield. In
Yeah.
Station 1, they made us build a plexiglass shield around the
So if it squirts, you don't get.
injection.
And Hungerford and Terry were fine with what went on at the
yeah,
sand filters.
yeah, they were very familiar with the HMI, like the interface to run the pumps or run to run the backwash sequence. So they kind of directed us on how to do that, and Wayne helped out with that too. Bisco did most of the labor of removing all the labor of removing the anthracite, putting the anthracite in,
Adding the extra.
and adding the green sand. Yeah.
Right. Anything else?
No, I think our next scheduled meeting at the, probably be here for the progress meeting will be November 12th, your Wednesday.
Any other questions for Katie or for Victor?
No.
Katie, how is Waterline doing?
They're on top of it. Yeah.
Sounds it.
On top, they're like out
They're
front
burying it in
racing.
the submittals.
Yes.
How are they, the other crew?
Hmm?
How's the other place?
Oh,
Compare.
well, you have to ask me, I guess. I think I've been working well with Bisco.
I never saw you, so
Oh,
I
okay.
see you.
Yeah, I've been on site a few times. Yeah, I think they're communicating well at this point.
Waterline's a much larger corporation than Bisco, so I think Waterline is used to, like, a $14 million project for them is something they do every day, so they're definitely very organized, very good at communication.
Yeah, I think we've worked with them on other jobs before.
Yeah.
You know, so far, so we'll have that change order they owe us information, so we don't owe anything with them on
We
that.
don't, we're getting more information first.
All right, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
You have any other new business you wanna slide in?
No,
Okay. Like old business, no change on the ZBA as far as I know, it's just, they were supposed to have the thing done. And I just haven't gotten anything official yet. 124 and Station 3, we probably don't need on here in the old business anymore, when we're getting the updates.
From
Under
Tyler
new
Howard,
business.
just to
Yeah.
get off.
Yeah, I think that can come off. And Wayne, I'm gonna apologize, I saw your email about the description and it got buried in a ton of others. And I never even got
Yep.
into it, so. Get moving on that.
no, like I said, Waterline, they've been moving.
Well, I know, I'm getting all the submittal and stuff coming across from doing, acting as the OPM, and they are. And then, they're not perfect in the stuff, when we're in the submittals, but they are sending everything in. They're not gonna, I don't think they're gonna be a holdup on any of the, at least on the paperwork end. And we got a commitment that we have to sign tonight, apparently.
It's the water bills.
Yeah. And then they all added up.
Yep.
Next meeting,
November 17th.
Huh?
Do you want a copy of this stuff? Just want it out of there.
what was that, make sure I put it in there. Nope. Okay, if nobody has anything else.
Motion to adjourn.
Like to second that?
5:47.
I second.
Adjourn at 5:46 PM.
Excellent.
The meeting is adjourned. Thank you for doing the